What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Quiet Card Podcast with your boy Money right here. I got Jerry on the other side. Today's episode, which is episode 2, we finally got through all that episode 1 stuff. Episode 2, we're going to start maybe getting serious. But on this episode, we got a show recap on everything that happened this weekend at the Huntsville show. We got the collectors buying everybody up. And then we also got the bounty situation going on with Colin Bernard. Is that good or is that bad? But right now, let's get a little show recap right now. So this weekend at the Huntsville show, Huntsville, Alabama, I thought it was pretty good. I thought that a lot of people was there. Now the angle where I was at was I wasn't in the back like usual because Diego wasn't there. But I was on the west side of the show. And for what I saw, it was like mad people just rolling up in there.
Well, I always think that side right there beside the the live auction, I always think that area does really good. It's really surprising how many people love to do that. Hold a paddle up. Here's my
Uh-huh.
number. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, the hobby's alive, man. It's crazy. I mean, from mini helmets, jerseys, shirts, like crazy stuff. I've seen them do. They had a life size cutout of Nick Saban, autographed by Nick Saban. That was the one time I was over there bidding. But once it goes over $700-800, you're like, man, I don't know if I got room for it in the house.
So was it cutout, right?
Yeah, it was a big cutout, and it had to be life size. I mean, it was like 5'5". I mean, it was cool.
I know one thing, JD, he killed it.
JD Rocket City Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah, he killed it. Line out there, because I was right next to him. Line it was always a line over there.
Well, man, I'm telling you, that's why I like the TCG thing. I mean, sports are fun. I love watching sports. I love football, baseball, basketball. It's all great. But Charizard can't tear an ACL, and really, a lot of the little kids on the playground, they're playing with the Pokemon. They're not playing with sports cards.
Yeah, and so this is also like from the show. Also, I seen it was. So I don't know if we set a record. I don't know because, like I said, from where I was at, I could see more people come in. And when I'm usually in the back, I really don't see the people really coming in like I did now. But I mean, it looked like it wasn't like Dothan, but it was like it was mad people coming in for what I saw.
I mean, it was probably a couple thousand people, honestly. It was a really, really good show. It was a great turnout. But Huntsville is like one of those weird cities that like you don't think that there's a lot of people, but there are so many collectors in Huntsville. I mean, with just the craziest stuff. I had crazy stuff walk up to my table and they're like, this is the first time I've been to a card show. And I'm like,
Yep.
dang, God, I wish I had enough money in the bank account. I'd buy everything.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's also the thing I saw was a lot of people in there first time going. Now, like I said, I was on the west side now. I was in the back, but I saw new people in there that I haven't seen that any other Huntsville shows or Trustville or Gardendale, anything like that. I never seen them type of people. So when I was at the show selling, and like I said, I was selling. I got my $5 cards, $10 cards. Them things was rocking off the table.
Yeah. I really love to try to have that price point to where if a mom and a kid walks by, if you've got a $500 something, mom's not really likely to make that move.
No.
But if you've got that $25 Joe Burrow, Charizard, what have you, they're down to play, and that's a fun little space to be in.
So I need more Wimby. I know that.
Oh, we all need more Wimby.
I need more Wimby. That's what I need.
I think the real way to get Wimby is you got to go rip right now. You got to hit the Prism Monopoly. You've got to go rip basketball. You've got to do that because as far as people who have Wimby right now, they want that premium. I mean, you got better come with cash.
Yeah, or the thing was that people was asking for Wimby, but they wanted like raw. They didn't want it like graded or
Yeah.
anything. And I go like, look, all my stuff is graded, and I understand you're trying to make a little extra buck, with it, but you ain't gonna. I mean, if you find any Wimby's raw, and Caitlin Clark too. I was looking at Caitlin Clark also.
Oh yeah, Caitlin
She
Clark's
was
stuff is just insane right now. I
it's
mean,
insane.
liquid fire.
That's the whole thing. Even if like even next year's like WNBA Prism, I would love to see the price on that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I tell you, that's a product that I really have enjoyed
I
because
love
that's
it.
something that like dads are opening with their daughters.
Yep.
They're like, hey, because you want to give your daughter something. You want to say, hey, this is cool. Like it's not just a boys' sport or a boys' hobby. Like
Hmm.
that's the one thing I really do like with the WNBA product, and they really Prism holds a spot near and dear to my heart, man. I mean, any gold to 10 of anybody generally is cool.
Gold's always good. I always love Prism. That's all
Yeah.
my favorite. Besides like flawless, but I'm not buying flawless cases anytime soon.
No.
So, but also I think also with like I said before, Huntsville's always a hockey town. I said that plenty of months before. Everybody just looks at me crazy, going, "You
Yeah,
mean
it's a giant hockey town, 100%.
huge hockey town?" So I was getting. I had no hockey on the table. I got stuff getting graded, going to get graded, and stuff like that. So hockey was big, big talking. Surprisingly, I got asked for a Jason Kelsey rookie card.
Well, he just retired, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Everybody's trying to snag it. Probably most people are thinking that it's going to jump up with his retirement. I would expect if I was going to gamble, it's probably it'll hit a little bump and then it's going to take a steep ride down. Come back to it in a couple months. You'll probably be able to get exactly what you want for a really good price.
I think it's a more of a true collector than just like I just want his card because I like his
For
podcast.
sure. For sure. That's one thing. His podcast is popping, man. They are killing it right now.
And like even like beside like JD, I learned I learned quite a bit about all this new Pokemon stuff. And like I said, when I was in Pokemon, it was Books a Million, old school, fighting little kids on the
Yeah.
floor, taking their shit, going, all right, I didn't won this battle. Let me just take your stuff, this and this. That was Series 1, first edition type stuff. Now with all this new stuff, it's like, it's like a million Pokemons out there. And I go like, I'm like, what do I need to look for and stuff? I just want the Charizard stuff. Just give me the
Yeah, yeah.
Charizard stuff. That's why I bought that Charizard EX, I think, just to have in the case.
Yeah.
Because I don't have ever since my Wimby's gone, Tyreek is gone, and so I don't have no big name cards in my case now. So I gotta get something. I gotta get people to the table. So
Well, see,
that's what
like
I.
I've got something right here. So this is something that I picked up and it ran across the table at the show. This is probably what you're looking for as far as modern Pokemon. You're wanting
Yeah,
the full arts, the secret rares. Like you can't really tell, but this is a textured card. So if you take it out and feel it, it actually feels like textury. Um, but yeah, man, I love the Pokemon stuff. It's a really cool, creative way to upgrade your collection in the sense of,
yeah.
hey, I'm chasing this, so I know I can move this, or I want to trade this into this, and you go, hey, I've got this Charizard and this Tom Brady. You're more likely to get a deal done when you've got some big names to throw into a trade.
That's why. Listen, speaking about trade, I got this trade that did on Veriswap that quite didn't go through. Was I had this Desmond Ritter, right, freshman fabric card. Okay, nice card, two
All
color
right, now
patch.
is that
Love it.
199 numbered? I
Yes.
saw it was numbered. Okay.
Yeah, so it's out 199, right?
Two or three
So
color patch.
two, I mean two. If you count the stitches, it's three. And then so it's been on there, and finally got a trade for it for two F1 cards and everything. Now technically, it's Yable's card, so I had to kind of like I had to make sure that he was okay So I hit him up last night. He was dead asleep. The thing went last night. So I called him up, text him, send him all this stuff like, hey, this guy wanted to trade this and this because we both agree, like, I think right now we should just just wash our hands with it and go. And so it's like we're taking an L, whatever. We're not looking for, $600 for this card. So I sent him everything. He's dead asleep, right? So he's like, he did because he hit me up this morning. He was like, oh, I was, knocked out, because he's in Ohio working and all this other stuff. So I hit him up. Was like, yo, what should we do with this? He was like, what do you think? I said, hey, let's just move off on this and this. Okay, cool. So while I sent that through to see what Yabo says, I just hit up the other guy. I was like, hey, do you mind? Send him a message. I didn't accept anything. I just, hey, do you mind putting this on there? It's like, hey, is it cool? Like the nicest way I can. Like, hey, is it cool?
Yeah.
Put this, on there. He had like a Holland on there just to add the cheapest card that he got.
Yeah. Put
whatever.
A little spice on.
So he could have said yes, no, whatever. Decline the whole thing, right? I go, man, what's going on? Right? I go, man, come on. Before I even can accept it, just send him a message, right? Okay, cool, whatever. So I sent it back to trade, thinking that, oh, okay, maybe he just ignorant to the fact and pushing wrong buttons or whatever. And so I go, okay, they just send him the trade that he wanted, that he sent me for the card.
Yeah.
I go, okay, send the same thing, whatever, accept it, whatever, get on with your life. Doesn't matter. So apparently his mama probably spanked him or something during that whole time. He just declined that whole thing. And I go like, what is this? I'm like, what is this?
So that's my thing with VeriSwap. Like, there's so many individuals on there that...
And we love VeriSwap. Let's not...
I 100%
we love
VeriSwap. Actually, super fun. But some of the individuals on there are just pretty hard to get along with kind of individuals. I mean, I had a guy send me a trade and I said, hey, man, you got one of my PC cards in there. You got that at 50. Can I trade you 2 items that are 35 instead? Same thing. Nope, wipe the whole trade. And it's like, I don't know, man. I've done deals with people and they go, I kind of love, cool, take that off. Give me something that you don't love.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. It's interesting.
That's all you gotta do. Just say, oh yeah, no, I don't have to. No, you can't put that card on there. This and this. But decline the whole thing is just wild.
People are interesting. I mean, it's like either my way or the highway, and even that, like, it's like, oh, it's not the instant I requested it. It's like, give a guy a second to think.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him at National. Tell him about himself. But I don't know. Anyway, speaking about the National, so first episode happened literally day of the drop of the episode. There was a big, huge deal that happened, and apparently, let's just clear this up because a lot of people was like, PSA bought collectors bought SGC for undisclosed amount of money.
Probably the craziest amount of money that you could think of. And then
probably Beckett said no.
Because they're like, Beckett's crying, bro. Beckett's crying. They're like, dang. Should have been us.
Okay, use that money. So what I think of this deal on a business side, I want to think that it's just a collectors monopolizing the grading space. That's how I want to feel like it is. I feel like how SGC is moving these last couple years, you kind of see that as a threat to PSA for some reason. The PSA is still like crazy doing numbers or whatever. But we're looking at long-term, 10 years, 20 years down the line, where when Beckett was top reigning, PSA came in under them, kind of brought them back down. They're looking at SGC going, we don't want to be Beckett in the early 2000s range, 1995, right there, and get knocked out and didn't had an opportunity to do this 30 years ago to kind of control that area right there. I think in their mind they're going, yeah, we can let them do what they want to do this and this. We just wipe them out in about 10 years. just kind of go, it doesn't really sustain our obligation of PSA and collectors and what Golden does and all this other stuff. And then just going to go, gotta go.
Okay, so I've heard a different take.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard, and everything right now is speculative, right?
Yep.
But
Allegedly, yeah.
from what I heard that was in effect to keep fanatics from being able to purchase it. Now, obviously, nobody knows if that's true or not, but boy, that's a pretty good chess move to go, no, I'll just go ahead and take this off the board. You can't have it. And man, that's a pricey chess move too. Like, let's get real. Like, that's an insane amount of money.
That also makes sense too.
I've also heard. I think it was Sports Card Radio was talking about this, that they said they should do like a NWO where it's like PSA versus SGC to like battle. And man, honestly, that sounds like the craziest, best idea where it's like, well, we're giving a something discount, this, that, and the other. And it's like, oh, well, we're competing with them. I think that would be a great way to create media, press, content. Everybody's going to talk about it and go, oh my gosh, But right now it's kind of everything's up in the air. Like, nobody knows. Everybody's kind of like holding their breath, like, what's happening? So it's interesting. I mean, I tell you, it is a crazy time to be involved in collectibles. That's for sure. It really is. It's fun. It's a total blast.
Fanatics versus collectors. Fanatics versus collectors. I mean,
hey, for real. And collectors has got some money. I mean, I want to say, didn't they buy the video grading service thing as well too? I mean, they've been buying a bunch. The one that grades like the CDs and stuff, whatever company
they
that was.
did. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I can't think of what that brand's name is.
I gotta get some graded albums from them. Yeah, that does sound.
But yeah, it is interesting though. I mean, but I really will say, I think what has made SGC so successful, not only the turnaround time, but it's just all the cool promotions. It's like, hey, are you ripping the newest, latest baseball? $9 a card to submit, or whatever crazy low number that nobody's competing with, and they're not competing with the time. I mean, I really think that's to do with the SGCP guy who's been running it. Like, since I've been in the game and Buddy took over, SGC has just been like straight up.
Well, see, here's the thing that I've been seeing with SGC, and my idea and their strategy is that they need basically to outdo PSA in grading, not price wise, it's this, the slab wise, because when you want to go to a show, you want to see more SGC over here. And kind of, trying to equal out the amount of PSA that's at the show.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I kind of feel like we're getting to that point. Yes. I mean, I remember in 2019, 2020, when, every once in a while you might see an SGC slab. Every show I go to, every other case, at least 5 or 10 SGC slabs. If not, there's lots of dealers that it's completely SGC slabs. Now, for my PC, for stuff that I want to keep for forever, I'm probably not going to put it in an SGC slab at this point. But man, I can tell you the heat is turning up, because every show I've gone to, it went from little to no SGC slabs to, like I said, I mean, I would say 7 out of 10, if not 8 out of 10 dealers for sure have at least one SGC slab, if not 10 plus. I mean, me personally, I've got at least 1 or 2. Like,
I got a couple too. But although that's like not the main,
no doubt.
But if it comes around,
if it moves.
If it moves, it moves. But the strategy was, which I heard this from, I think Sports Card Nonsense said this, was, and this is why they're like slow right now, because with the Bowman, I think Bowman draft, whatever, came out, and they did a special on Bowman, all these Bowman cards. They did all this, and everybody sent in all that Bowman stuff. I mean, $9, you can't beat that. And because I remember when I had that Shador Sanders card, and Gable was like, "Yo, hey, they're doing a special, $9, da da da. Just put it in there. You can get it graded at the show and all that,
Yeah.
whatever." And I mean, I missed out because I missed the freaking text. And so, yeah, and then so when we at Culture Collision, we always try to grade something. No, Beckett wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was a whole different story. But when SGC, so SGC's there, I'm like, okay, I need cards to grade just to throw in there because it's like a thing. We go to Culture Collision, we get stuff graded. It's like, at the Nashville show this weekend, we're gonna bring up stuff to just hand them the grade this. So put all the stuff in there. I think whatever 2 cards I did, and then Yay who puts in this stuff, everything. And when I went to go to North Carolina and I went to go see him, which was like maybe a month, like not even that later or whatever, I just was like, I thought, because I'm so used to it, just send him in there, and literally a week later, fucking done.
Yep.
So I'll go there 3 weeks later, and it's like, and I go, yo, what's up? What's it? Oh, you hear anything about the SGC? Are they mailing it? Whatever. Here goes. They don't even know what the grade is. I go,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I said, what's going on over there? So finally, he's about to go, whatever. And like I think a couple more weeks later, matter of fact, I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, he's like, yo, you want to know your grades? I go, oh, that's crazy. And then they said this whole thing about how everybody was sending their Bowman stuff in and all this other stuff. And it was like, so hectic with them, and then they were special, blah, whatever. I was just like, I feel like that was pretty good.
Dude, they've got great customer service. I mean, for real,
Yeah.
if PSA or BGS or any of these companies are trying to compete with SGC, it's that customer service. That's what keeps bringing people back. I mean, the fact that you can reach out and they go, hey, literally, we're behind this and that.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a real person on the other end versus PSA, you're submitting to,
Whatever.
hey, where's my stuff? 1 month
Nothing.
later, you may get a response. Like,
Nothing.
that's the key right there. I mean, customer service, promotions, effort, like.
But you're also talking about McDonald's and little mom and pop store.
Yes.
You're talking about, I love to hear like the cleanest country in the world is like the Netherlands or something like that, right? I'm like, they only have 100 people there.
You better be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you better be the cleanest. Of course, not the U.S. Of course, not India.
Yeah.
Of course, not China. Well, I mean, China might be, but that's another story. But India, like in the United States, I mean, it's like, because we got more people here, So yeah, go ahead and be the cleanest. But I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just like, then PSA gonna look. You gonna get a 6 on your card? It looks like a 9. Is there any explanation on there? No. Just send it back.
Bro, do you want here's the whole secret sauce right here. If BGS really wanted to compete and they really wanted to come back, this is exactly what they would do. They would be at every freaking card show doing the raw card review. And right now, today, we're going to change it. Everything gets subgrades. The whole reason everybody uses their product is for subgrades.
Subgrading.
Why are we charging a premium for that? Just get straight to the source. Give us the raw card review. Give us subgrades on everything. No upcharge.
Yeah.
And they could really come back as a number 2 hardcore contender. And also, please, give us our high resolution scans that we've gotten used to. I mean, I want to be able to scan something on the back to get the high res photo. So, you can screenshot that, send it to your buddy and go, this is exactly what the card looks like. I mean, but yeah, really, if BGS did that, they could really outperform SGC. But it feels like they're sitting on their hands just kind of waiting to get bought out. And it's like, look, man, if you're not putting in the work, nobody's spending the money.
No. And that's right there that pisses me off because it's like people want Beckett. Like, even when I was at Culture Collision, and he wasn't there, people was upset that Beckett wasn't there.
Oh, 1,000%, man. Actually, that was, I want to say, three Nashville card shows ago when they had Beckett there doing the Raw card review. You would go up to a table, you would spot something out, and you go, man, this looks good. You'd take it to the Raw card review. That sucker got a 9.5. You walk up to the next table. It went from $100 to $200 like
Yeah.
that. And it cost $25, 25 minutes in and out. Like, I do not know why they're not trying. I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
like, it's super
Yeah.
simple. Just like give.
Man. Give. Like it don't make any sense. Like they should, like I said, you're right. They should go to they should have been at Culture Collision.
Oh God, yeah. First off, they should be at big giant shows like National, Culture Collision, Dallas, Burbank, like all these giant shows. They should be there. I mean, the fact that they're not spending effort, time, and resources to put people there, that doesn't feel good. I mean, really, because
they don't care.
We could have, because I mean, think every exquisite card for basketball is in a Beckett slab. Every time I think of a LeBron James exquisite, I'm not thinking PSA.
No.
I'm not thinking SGC. I'm thinking Beckett. But you know what? They're just like so sleepy, man. It's like they just need somebody. They need an SGC Pete to go light a fire under their butt and go, hey, bro, this is what we're going to do. But yeah, Raw card review at every show. Every show. Quit skipping shows. Quit. I'm not going to go to Nashville. I'm not going to go to Culture Collision. No, show up.
Yeah, I don't understand that. And like I said, people want them there.
Yeah.
They don't show up.
Oh, God. Bro, listen. The Nashville card show after the one where they showed up, but the second one that they didn't show up to, dude, nobody knew. And I showed up to that show and I was like so ready for them to be there. And I had so many ungraded things thinking like, hey, I'm going to go take this Raw card, pay my $25, show up an hour later. Maybe this one's a 9, maybe it's a 9.5, but it's like there's no value if they're not there.
And that's the whole thing. Even when I went on the app, because especially when Culture Collision happened, I they announced like the corporate people there. I'm like, I don't see Beckett. Like I don't see what's going on.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I go.
I mean, honestly, Beckett should be freaking paying like the promoters to show up because how are we gonna like appropriate change if we're not out there like doing it? I mean, they should really say, hey, give us the biggest corporate space you can. We're going to have couches. Like, we'll have free food. Like, show up, get a water bottle, charge your phone. Oh, by the way, you want to submit some cards? Like, we're doing a show special where today it's cheaper than SGC and we come with some upgrades.
I don't know. But like I said, they'll be at the Nashville show. So
hopefully. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I went to Beckett at National, and obviously I could have done better. I could have gotten an appointment, but I thought I sat in line for probably 2 hours. And I'll be honest with you, like, had I redone that, I probably wouldn't have done that because it wasn't worth it. I mean, but I had a thick card, so I couldn't take it to PSA. I mean, this is where PSA's falling short. They're going, oh, my slabs can't fit the thick cards.
Oh my gosh,
bro! If BGS can do it, like, come on, you guys are supposed to be like top dogs. Like,
and then on
get
top
in
of
there
that,
and fight some. Like, what?
When you do the thick cards at PSA, they put this.
They give you the biggest, ugliest slab that makes no sense, and it looks like a slab from like 1998. And I'm like, dude, this is like old junk. Like, what is this?
And then
like, it is pathetic.
So I don't have it on here, but like I said, with the wrapper that they put, like the sleeve,
I appreciate the sleeve. That
it's
they
like
put on Beckett.
No, not Beckett, but
PSA, the new one.
PSA.
Yeah, it looks awful. It crinkles. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it crinkles.
Yeah, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. Why can't they just do and I'm not saying copy Beckett, but God, all Beckett's doing is putting it into a penny sleeve, then
Yeah.
heat shrinking the top. Like, we're not putting rockets to the moon. Like, come on. It's cardboard and plastic.
And then you can't send it back. That's the thing. You can't send it back to get it redone because they regrade it. And you might get a lower grade if you send it back.
Well, so with one of my PC cards, it's a Craig Kimbrell. It's from, I want to say 2012. It's a 1 of 1. It's from the All Stars game. It's got this sick, nasty patch. But when I bought it, it was in a giant PSA thing. It was like as big as my head. It looked awful. It looked terrible. It didn't fit in the safety deposit box very well. It didn't fit in a Zion case at all. And it's like, dude. So I ended up cracking and resubmitting to Beckett. And I'd be honest with you, if PSA could give me that same slab, it would probably have been in a PSA case to this day.
I mean, that's the whole thing with, I don't know. Like I said, there's no answer with PSA. It's just deal with it. That's why now, like, I got my my Chet, I got a PSA 6 on it. I'm not even gonna crack it. I feel like I shouldn't even crack it. I'm just gonna send it and go and put a note on it and say, try again. Like, y'all crack it, y'all do all that and try again. So,
well, that's going back to what we said last podcast, man. You got to take that grading with a grain of salt because I mean, some grader may see this and go, "Hey, this is a 10," and then some people might see it and go, "Oh, that's a 8, a 4, or whatever." You got some guy who just got divorce papers from his wife, and he looks at it and he goes, "It's a 3. Get it out of my face!" Like, it's.
Yeah, I don't want to do cards today.
Yeah, it's pretty subjective. So.
Yeah, I don't want to do cards today. That's what it is. But anyway, but we will be at. Well, I will be at the Nashville show this weekend. I can't wait for that. But you'll know soon if you're coming up, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of just playing it by ear. I've had some family stuff come up, but I'm going to try to swing at least one day. Now you're doing Friday or Saturday and Sunday, or
so I actually look at the schedule, and I might show up to trade night that Friday. I know I'm doing Saturday and Sunday. I'm definitely doing it.
Trade night was lit. It was.
I never been to trade night up there.
It was bananas, dude. It wasn't the same as National.
Of course not.
But man, it was significantly better.
We got kicked out the Lowe's.
Yeah.
Did you? Matter of fact, I was told that at the National. Who told me the story? That Ric Flair showed up to one of the trade nights. I think he stayed at the hotel or something. And so
that's so crazy.
While he was walking, like, of course, all these people are there. Apparently, when he was walking in the trade night, I guess it may have been at his hotel or something, and people just was yelling, "Woo!"
Oh, I bet.
And he did it too, like, "Woo!" Woo! So I think Maddox told me that, but it was just cool. Like, it was like, "Woo!" I was like, "Man, I wish I was there." No, we was there.
Man, I recently went to an AEW event, and I did not realize how big Ric Flair was until the entire BBC was sitting there yelling that as loud as possible. And I was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. We're in a cool place,
Yeah, I've been there. So, we hopefully we'll be there, Nashville show. I know I got to be because Yable hooked me up with a table, so me and him got a table, so hopefully we can do that. Hope we can have the same table maybe next show if we do next show. I don't know. We'll see. So we got that. But anyway, new product had dropped, and the Spectra, which I'm not really a big fan of Spectra. I know other people are a fan of Spectra. I'm not really, but that did drop. So I'm not really too excited about that. Really, what I'm excited about, which I'm going to crack open some when I'm in Nashville, is the NASCAR Prism.
Yeah.
The Prism NASCAR. I hobby box because it's cheap. I'm not paying premium. I'm
Yeah, I
not
was gonna
paying
say. I
like
think is it even $100 a box? I mean,
it's like
it seems
100.
super
I can get
affordable.
it. I get it for 110, like
Yeah,
125, something like that. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying? So I love opening that up, and which I was surprised. I didn't know it came out like now. I thought it was like in the middle of like the month it was all coming up, but it's already out. And I meant to get one in Huntsville, whatever. I didn't get it, but I gotta get one when I'm there because the Three Kings got some, and I gotta get.
Did he
I
hit
gotta at
something
least get.
crazy?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. He had 5 boxes. He had 5 boxes there in Huntsville, and I was like, man, I gotta get this. I was like, I didn't know that I was gonna come out this early. I was like, I gotta get this, but I was so busy at the Huntsville show, I could barely move, especially until like the last part, you know. But other than that, I gotta crack that open. Um, excited now. F1 all day. The Dynasty for the 2023 tops F1 that came out, and they look gorgeous.
Yeah, but what is that? $1,000 a box?
I don't know yet because it's on a, it's reasonable now. We're at $1,000 because 20. The older ones are. I don't know, but this one should be. Should be like a little bit cheaper. Maybe $1,000 bucks, maybe something
Probably
like
a
that.
cheap $800-900 for
Yeah,
sure.
but the way it looks, they got the Logan Sargent, which I pray that he makes it through the season. They got the Logan Sargent, 1 of 1. The patch is the U.S. flag.
That's cool, but is it event worn though? I mean, I hate to be
Yes, yeah,
that
all
guy.
Destinies,
I
all is
mean,
event worn.
I don't know, like give me that pack pulled auto, give me that game used memorabilia, like
Yeah.
race used, whatever.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
everyone is race used.
okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, everyone. Listen, it better be. So I'm paying that much for it.
Hey, I mean, there's a lot of guys paying a lot of money for National Treasure stuff that is definitely not game used. And I
No, this
mean,
is
I
crazy.
give it to him. It's not sticker auto, but it's still like, yeah, he had a Dick's Sporting Goods shirt on that he wore and he signed the call. I don't know. I personally, I kind of like the Jeremy Lee style of thinking where he chases the second year so that it's for sure game used memorabilia. I think that actually is the play. Like for real low key, that's so slick.
Yeah, but you got words like RPA, rookie patch autos. You have to say, hey, I got a Jalen Hurts
Dick's Sporting Goods
RPA,
patch auto. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
RPA.
Yeah. No, I agree. RPA is really a big term in the hobby and people hold that near and dear, but it feels a little overplayed in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like, see, I got the CJ Stroud, the 3 color right here,
Sheesh.
right? Is that game used? No. I can't.
Yeah.
People comes up to me and go, "Oh man, I love the rookie patch. Is that game worn? No, it's not game
Yeah,
worn.
it's a rookie patch. Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
rookie
Like
patch.
this guy has more NFL 1 of 1 patches than he has
Jeez,
played in NFL games.
like
Like
no,
people don't realize that, but it's like
no, it's not from any specific game. No, just give me the $300 and go on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. Stop asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I sell. Look, especially at the Huntsville show, I'm selling these raw cards. I got my $5 section, my $10 section, I got my $20 section. This whole table is just for like raw cards and people want to do these kids who want to do these
you got
trade
two
ups.
tables, right?
I got 2 tables.
Yep.
One
Okay.
for the big
I like
stuff,
that. I like that.
one for the little stuff, whatever over here. The table over here is for like you want to do the trade up challenges, whatever this and this. Look at the table, have fun, do your thing. Don't come up to the table for a $5 card and go, is this centered, proper? I don't know. Is this clean? I don't know. Look at
Well,
it.
that's where you got to cross your eyes and go, looks
Oh, no,
about right
no.
to me.
Yeah, it looks about right. That's why I say I'll open it up, go crack it open. I take a little slave ball, crack it open. I just go like, it looked pretty good to me, but you want $3 for it? Give me $3 for it. Here you go.
Yeah.
I should charge you $2 for labor. Let me look at it again. You know.
Well, no. The deal is $3, but the transaction fee is another two. So
Two
I mean, it does
dollars.
equate to $5. Yeah.
Jeez, But Spectra is not really. I had the Spectra Jordan
Now I'll tell
Battle
you, with Spectra, I will say so many of the little kids love Spectra. I
and
mean, as
Phoenix.
they love Spectra, they love Phoenix. They're
Uh-huh.
like all over it.
Amen.
And I don't particularly love the like overly shiny, like bunch going on kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But every kid in their Zion case 100% has Spectra, Phoenix, like 100%. And it's weird because it's not really even a cheap product. Like
No,
I
it's
would
not.
expect like Chronicles or something like, a cheaper box, but no, these kids always pull out the Spectra stuff.
I love Chronicles also. I love the mixture and stuff with Chronicles can have. Let's see. And also,
I
um,
just do so bad, man. I'm just ripping anything. I'm gonna make a free kids pack for a table. Like, that's why I only buy singles. Every time I buy something, I'm like, free kids pack. Here we go.
so on David Adams, yeah, they got Spectra a hobby box of Spectra for $1,200.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the point I'm making. Like, it's kind of weird because I always see little kids with Spectra, with Phoenix, and you're like, dude, that's a pretty pricey product you got there, kiddo. Like, but they love that, man. They eat that stuff up.
Tell me a reason to buy Spectra. I don't know the reason to buy Spectra at all.
I mean, listen, I'll everything has a price.
Don't make any
Like, I'll
sense.
buy anything if it's a good deal. But at the same time, if I'm gonna buy something for the case, like for instance, like Carter from Cards HQ,
Hmm.
a guy like that, I don't see him walking up on me going, "Man, how much Spectra do you have? How much Phoenix?"
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
now all the little kids, oh, you got a Justin Herbert, Spectra or whatever. They eat
Yeah.
it alive, but I'm trying to appeal to like a more mature, older collector, but it does make you think like, man, is that Phoenix one of one? Maybe a good sneaky 10-year play?
I think anything one on one is a sneaky play.
Oh, listen. Give me gold to 10, give me red to 5, one of ones, like all day.
And also Upper Deck is doing golf. They're doing any golf like Upper Deck. I saw that, and I'm very curious to see if Tiger's in there.
Oh, I guarantee you he's not.
Because
I would bet
But he's Upper
not.
Deck though. He's an Upper
I
Deck
don't know.
athlete.
I thought the upper deck thing ended though already.
If they're making new cars,
Okay.
I don't remember the last time they made. I gotta look this up. I gotta remember the last time Upper Deck, Upper Deck has not, unless they got unless they've been.
I
I'm
know
gonna
they
look
have
it
that.
up.
They've got like a premium product that I believe they release every year
They
because,
do.
but
That the
but it's not National Treasures, but it's
no.
their version of a top tier. We're going to charge you an arm and a leg, and you're going to feel good when you open up 5 cards and get one shitty auto. Like,
And Tigers like no, I don't think Tigers in the no, well Tiger might be, but it's not like I guess it's not like the same. But I don't know. This box seems a little. I think it's like $100 a hot box,
yeah,
something like that.
I would have to look at the checklist.
I
I
wouldn't know who
wouldn't
to
even
get.
know.
I guess
Yeah,
no, we could get unless he I don't know. Golf is so I just gotta figure out who's on live and who's in PGA for some reason. But
now I would totally rip the live product. I would love to see what Panini's going to do with golf. I bet you it's going to be a very cool product.
I mean, listen, anything if you put a
But
prism, oh my god,
but with Panini, I'm sure it's going to be super off centered, quality control
of course.
issues. Oops, we forgot to put the 101 on there.
Oh,
Or oh, hey, we put 2 of them in there. Actually, like I don't know. It's
oh,
always a
that's
mystery.
oh, and they wonder why Fanatics is doing what Fanatics is doing. That's crazy. Never would have thought about it. So, oh boy, yeah, but that's also that's a new product coming along, and I'm, you know, like I said, Nashville this weekend doing breaking open uh breaking open
Are you
at
gonna be ripping some
NASCAR.
F1 for the race this weekend?
I can't I'll be at the show. And then you know what? Here's the
You gotta
thing.
rip some.
Here's the
You gotta
thing.
rip some.
Here's the thing.
Plus, we need content.
I got
Put it on the
seven
bill.
I got 7 boxes. I was working on maybe like getting 2 more.
Yeah.
2 or 3 more. But after seeing the first race, I go, I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm completely checked out until like
Are
next year.
you?
I ain't gonna lie. It's terrible. It is just
Is it?
I always have to show
Well,
it. Oh my
did
god,
they
it pisses me
ban
off, man.
somebody after one race already or something? Or like one of
And then
the
and then on top of that,
owners or somebody?
and then on top of that, fucking Red Bull is going downhill like crazy. It's
Are they?
it's wild right now. What's going on with Red Bull? Like wild. We're
See,
talking
I've not
about
been keeping up. What's going on?
scandals. Their engine manufacturer Ford about to pull out in 2026. Like it's a lot. Like Max Verstappen's dad is talking hella crap. He wants Christian gone. I mean, it's a whole
Now,
Christian
is he
Horner gone.
the team
He
leader, captain? I don't know necessarily how that works. Like what is?
yeah, he's basically the top like strategist of the whole thing. He's basically he's
Okay,
like Total Wolf is kind of like the manager. Basically, just controls all the engineers. He's basically the top dog over there. Christian Horner is, and he's in the scandalousness. You know, I don't know. Max's dad is like going in talking about. Then they talk about how Max can go to Mercedes next year now to replace Lewis's seat and stuff. So you have Lewis go to Ferrari. You'll have like Max go to Mercedes. This is all allegedly, but here's the thing, right?
okay.
Ever since the whole Lewis Hamilton rumors happened with Ferrari. Now this rumors happened like at the beginning of the season last year. So like 3 or 4 races in, it was always this whole like when Lewis was supposed to sign his contract. When he was supposed to sign his contract, all these stuff came out about Ferrari to go, oh yeah, he's supposed to sign with Ferrari and all this other stuff. So, but he signed the contract to Mercedes and was like, okay, whatever, he's not going to Ferrari. So everybody kind of dismissed it, dismissed. Then, whatever smoke this fire at November, whatever it was rumors really escalated. Going, it wasn't like he's thinking about going to Ferrari. It's he's going to Ferrari, and it's going, oh, well, what's happening here? Now these British reporters, right? They think they know everything. Going, well, if you hear this story in F1, it's got to be true because we don't have rumors on our sport, like rumors and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So he goes to Ferrari. He signed to 2025 to go to Ferrari, so he's racing Mercedes this year. Okay, cool, whatever. Ever since that happened, and they haven't really took the first rumor seriously about Lewis. Now all this other stuff is just like I really think the whole Red Bull stuff is getting out of control because these are rumors and everything, this, but they're really trying to dial it in because they're going like, well, we don't want to miss this story like we did with the Lewis stuff. And so shout out to Tanya because I called her last night. Was like, hey, what is going on? What's the truth behind all this? Because I keep hearing Max Verstappen want to go to Mercedes, and Total Wolf's like, whatever, we can make it happen. He's not saying like, yeah, you can come over. It's like, hey, don't,
Yeah.
we can whatever,
So really dumb question. Is there a world where Max Verstappen and Hamilton are on the same team? I mean, that just seems
No,
like there would be complete domination.
no.
Or is that just two Steph Currys on the team and it just would never work?
Here's the deal, right? And I guess I've been saying this in public anyway. Max is not a great racer. It's all the car. The car is doing this, not Max. Max ain't doing all this. This the car, the Mercedes, Ferrari, Alpine, Aston Martin, McLaren, everything, they can't catch up with Red Bull's car. It's not Max ain't doing anything. It's the car that's getting ahead of all this. It's not the driving. You can drive by yourself. It's not the driving. So I don't think Max and Lewis will never be on a team.
Okay.
That's why I don't understand why Max wants, why these rumors are out that he want to leave Red Bull, because Red Bull has the better car out of anybody. Ferrari might have the second best car, but Mercedes car, especially Lewis's, it's bottom of the grid. But Lewis is such a great racer that Lewis is going to make things happen.
Yeah.
That's just the whole drama going on. What that is, but to answer your question, ripping cars, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
So I'm gonna be at the show. I don't know. I might just do it at the show, but the whole thing was just to watch the race and then open.
I wouldn't be disappointed.
Watch the race, and then I can't be disappointed twice. I would love I don't want to see this, this guy, win a race, and I don't pull the one-on-one Lewis Hamilton. It's like
double the disappointment.
Oh, double disappointment.
Yeah.
So that's all that's happening. That's all that happened in my world in racing. But I'm definitely gonna aim for these dynasty cards. I know that for F1. I'm definitely gonna aim for it. So yeah, I just want.
Now I will say I like the dynasty patches. They do really sick patches in dynasty, but they're all the sideways patches. They're not the vertical, or at least the most part that I've seen was the sideways patches. Which
because they don't have vertical. They don't have vertical cards.
Yeah, dynasty, a lot of people love the vertical cards, so I kind of wish they would adapt to the
If they had a choice to do it, because especially with baseball, also they're more focused on it's a limited edition. You're only gonna get maybe 10, 5 out of what card. They focus on the patches and you focus on the autographs.
Sick autos, yeah.
Sick autos, sick patches, sick number. That's why the 2020 Destinies are so expensive, because they only made I want to say 3,000 of them. They didn't make that much. So you have people seeking these, and you can't find them. And they'd be you be managers going for $3,000 type stuff, and you just Lee, I just need to touch it. I just want to just have it in my hand and go, yes, give me this. So
maybe we can find it on Paraswap. Take this Charizard, please.
Yeah,
Give
please.
me the dynasty, please.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, but I think we did. I think it was good. Is that can't think of any in the news. So look, that's a recap of that's the show right there. Episode 2. Remember, follow us on Apple Podcasts. Now we on Spotify right now. And remember, okay, this video coming up on YouTube right now. But listen, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, we are officially on there. Okay, so until next time, peace.